What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are at about 1.8 cents now. 7 minutes left in this 4-hour period. We just started out the new day, the 9th of May here. 20 hours left here. 1.8 cents now. We had a fantastic move yesterday, up 14.6% on the day. Outperformed the average coin in the markets by about 2%. That's nothing crazy, but still outperforming the average coin. We closed at 1.89, and here we are just below that now. So that's fantastic. Down 4%, 3.5% today so far. Bitcoin's down like 0.8%. Sounds about right. The market is breathing. The market is breathing, right? You're moving up, you move down, you take a breath, you move up some more. I don't believe that it stops here. I very much do believe that OnyxCoin is on a path higher. It's very possible, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's very possible that we could find resistance just a little bit higher. You know, maybe we find some resistance here and we're still in this kind of range. But I don't think so. I really think that once we get above 2 cents, it's on, guys. Once we get above 2 cents, it's on. We're going to see some higher prices. But if we're being real here, let's see. I honestly do think 2 cents is a good price because from a low to a high, that 236 is at 2.018 cents. When you close above there on a daily basis, that should trigger a reaction that takes you to higher prices than your relative high, which if you do, you're breaking out of this bull flag. And if you break out of this bull flag, the measure move is at about 5.2 cents or higher from here. So getting above 2.02 cents would be fantastic. That'd be a very key kind of thing to happen to ignite the fire that will take us above 5 cents, you guys. And I think that that's going to happen very soon. I mean, it could happen by the end of today or tomorrow. You never know. And OnyxCoin, whenever it moves, there's only one pace that it has. Whenever it moves up, it moves fast. So here we are, moving fast yesterday, 14%, relatively low day for OnyxCoin whenever it does move up. Let's see how we do with the coming days. I would anticipate that this day here potentially is larger than yesterday. We'll see how it goes. You know, if Bitcoin's consolidating, if the rest of the market's consolidating, OnyxCoin can still grow, right? This thing will grow even if the rest of the market's not growing, but likely, assuming that it moves with the rest of the market, you probably will see a little stagnation if Bitcoin sees some stagnation. So hopefully the whole market continues to grow, or at least doesn't pull back too hard, which sets you up with the right environment to continue to grow, right? Looking at this here with the measure move in mind, from a low here to a high there, the measure move would take us, let's see, all the way. Is that right? Is that the right low? It's not quite there yet. Yeah, right there. There we go. That measure move would take us all the way to about 5.3 cents, you guys. Actually, what's it say? 5.26 cents, something like that. 5.2. Isn't it funny though? I swear, if I put this right there, it says 5.3. 5.3, 5.26. It's the same thing. Whatever. Who cares? Anyways, that's what we have to look forward to whenever we close above 2.02 cents. Looking at the daily RSI, getting above the 50. We rejected the 60, or at least right now we're rejecting the 60. Okay, so not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but we are in a precarious situation right now, you guys. Okay, so what we need to close today green. It needs to close green today. Because if we don't, you guys, what we're doing is we're actually setting up for a rather bearish situation in the daily RSI. Getting overbought, rejecting the overbought zone, rejecting the 60. Like we're getting set up to go oversold if we see that, right? You see the path before us. And if we get oversold, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but that 1.43 cent target certainly comes back online. It's a very real possibility if that happens. It's even a real possibility now, even without that happening, because we still haven't gotten above the 236 here at 2.02 cents. So I don't care how high we go today. We don't have to close above 2.02 cents. But it needs to be green. It needs to not reject the 60, because if we reject the 60, guys, that's a very powerful kind of signal to the downside, in my opinion. At least, I mean, generally speaking, if you reject the 60, you go to the 40 at least to find support. You could reject the 60, find support at the 50, and go up, but that's not the thing that I would expect. If we reject this, just in the overall path that we're in, I would expect that we do go below 1.5 cents, which being at 1.8 cents now, that's a kind of big drop for this thing. And even worse, it puts off. It takes away the availability of this move happening now, and it puts it off to a later date. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I am ready to see the prices up at these levels. Who cares if I'm ready? Who cares if you're ready? The price is going to do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. But I very much do believe that we have more growth to go, and I don't think that it stops here. But I think to help confirm that, or at least confirm that in the immediate term, we want to see today close green. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here and just see what we're dealing with. Okay, looking at the 1 hour time frame. not a whole lot of volume coming in. Let's look at XCN here real quick. XCN, OnyxCoin. Getting decent volume though. Yeah. The Coinbase chart doesn't reflect it too well, but at least on CoinMarketCap here we do. You know, we've got like over 10% volume. Come on, load. Yeah, 12% volume. That's not bad. Nothing to be ashamed of at all. Looking at it here, you know, I was talking to somebody earlier, and they're on the YouTube comments. They're saying that OnyxCoin had low volume. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? There's this. It's got even at 8% volume, that's desirable. 12% volume is better than what most cryptos get, even on these kind of movements. Even what we saw yesterday. And beyond that, it had good volume and it outperformed every coin, or at least the average coin in the market yesterday by 2%. It performed basically on average, but it still outperformed the average coin. How do we know it outperformed the average coin? If you go to others, you type in others here, you go to the day yesterday, that was 12.7%. XCN on the day was 14.6%. You know what I mean? It's like literally 2% more, which isn't bragging, but that's just a statement that it outperformed the average coin. It's definitely not in a bad position here. The 1 hour RSI actually has me bullish, has me thinking that we're going to find some support here, higher lows, and probably bounce. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If I'm right, we might be bouncing by the time a lot of you guys watch this video, so we'll see how that goes. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame here. Maybe we go a little bit lower first, but I think, yeah, looking at I think we're getting set up for a bounce. What about the 4-hour time frame? You got overbought, now you're not. You're right at the 60. We are set up for a bounce, you guys. Not financial advice. I keep saying that. I'm going to stop saying it, okay? I know. A lot of you guys say it. I was unaware of how often I said it, man. It's becoming like a habit to say. I'm just going to say it. Okay. Financial advice. No, I'm just, on the 4th hour, you look at this new day here. It's the 9th, right? That you see that your days down here, your time frame. We're on the first 4-hour candle here. On the next one, the 4-hour mark, I would expect this one closes green. I would expect that we continue to run up. I think that today is going to be a good day. If not, I mean, if we continue to go lower, that's fine. Maybe we do go down to like 1.7 cents. The possibility of going even below this low is still there, especially if we close today red. But my expectation would be that we're actually in a good area to bounce. We probably do bounce, and we'll continue growing. By the time I wake up, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was above 2 cents. So I'm just going to end the video there. I got nothing else for you guys. Whether it's now, whether it's next week, we're going up. It's inevitable. So just have some patience. Buy some OnyxCoin and have fun with the amount of money that you make. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know if you picked up on that. Okay, take care. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.